Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Darrin Goodman from GuitarControl.com bringing you this video lesson. Today I want to show you an arrangement for Imagine by John Lennon. This song is originally done on the piano, and so this is like just kind of a fingerstyle arrangement that you can use for this. It's fairly easy to play and stuff. It's a really fun song to play. Sounds really cool on your acoustic or your electric guitar. So be sure to click on the link in the description for the tabs, and let's get close up and take a look at this. Okay, so first off, let's take a look at the two chords that we're going to be using for this intro, and it's also the riff for the verse as well. So the first chord that we have is C major 7. So if you just take that regular old tried and true C chord that I'm sure you already know, and you just remove your first finger, that's F major 7. So I'm on the 3rd fret of the 5th string with my 3rd finger, the 2nd fret of the 4th string with my 2nd finger, and then the rest of the strings are open. That's C major 7. And then from there we have F over C. So F over C is you just take the regular F chord, the first position F chord, so I'm barring across the 1st and 2nd fret of the 1st and 2nd string with my 1st finger, and then I'm on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string with my 3rd finger, and then I'm on the 3rd fret of the 5th string with my 3rd finger, and the 3rd fret of the 4th string with my 4th finger. So it's just F, but it's got the C in the bass. Alright, so those are the two chords for this riff, for this first riff that we'll be looking at. So, again, this is fingerstyle, and we'll take a closer look at the right hand here in a minute, but for right now, you're going to be playing the 5th string with your thumb, and then you're going to be playing the 4th and 3rd string with your 1st and 2nd finger. So 1st finger plays 4, 3rd finger plays 3. So we pluck 4 and 3 together, and then follow that with the bass note on the 5th string. So we do that 3 times. And then we pick up, we get the 2nd and 3rd string with our, well, there's two ways you can do it. You can either use your 2nd finger to still play the 3rd string, and then use your 3rd finger to play the 2nd string, so that way you don't have to shift your hand position. Or you can move up and use your 1st and 2nd fingers. It kind of depends on how comfortable you are with finger picking. And then you play that and follow it with back to the 5th string. So that's the first measure. Whoops. Then for the second measure, we go to the F over C, and we do the same strumming that we started off with. So we're hitting 4 and 3 together and following that with the 5th string 3 times. And then we have this little really dissonant sounding little lick here. It's your 2nd finger is already on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. So you're going to hit that and then do a hammer onto the 3rd fret with your 3rd finger. And then follow that with the 2nd string open. So it's very dissonant sounding. So that's the first 2 measures, and that is repeated a lot. That's like kind of the main riff out of this. So it does it that whole sequence twice for the intro, and then it does it another 4 times for the verse. So the whole thing together sounds like this. Okay, and then from there, it goes to F. Now, you can just use the voicing that we already did, the F over C, but it might be more comfortable for you just to do the regular F. So it's the same thing as the F over C, except we're going to remove our fourth finger and then move our third finger from the fifth to the fourth string. So now we'll have that F, and then we have A minor. If you don't already know A minor, your first finger is already picking up that first fret of the second string from the F. So you just keep that finger there, but just roll it up so it's not barring. And then second finger, second fret of the fourth string, third finger, second fret of the third string. It's A minor. And then D minor, we just simply move our first finger from the second string to the first string, move our our second finger from the fourth string to the third string, and move our third finger to the second string, but up one fret, so it's on the third fret. Then it goes back to that F over C again, and then it's going to go to a G, but in this case we're actually going to do the bar chord of G. So we take our first finger, we bar all the way across the third fret of all 6 strings. Then our second finger goes to the fourth fret of the third string, third finger, fifth fret of the fifth string, and fourth finger to the fifth fret of the fourth string. And then the last chord in this section is G7. So this voicing of G7 might be a little different than what you're used to doing, but we got the first fret of the first string with your first finger, then the third fret of the second string with your third finger, and then the third fret of the sixth string with your second finger. And it might be easier if you use your pinky instead of your third finger, whatever's more comfortable for you. All right, so when we're coming out of that, then we go to F, and we're gonna pluck strings 4, 3, and 2 simultaneously. Thumb on the fourth string, first finger on the third, and second finger on the second. So we pluck strings 2, 3, and 4 simultaneously, and then follow that with just the fourth string, and then just the third and second string, and then the fourth string again. So. And then from there to A minor. So we have same picking pattern of this string. So the first measure is F and A minor. Then the next measure is D minor. We're going to still play on those same strings. And then F over C. Now our thumb's going to move from the fourth to the fifth string. And we're plucking just strings 1 and 2. Or 2 and 3. So that's the second measure of that part, which on your transcription is measures 13 and 14. So that whole section again, starting on F. Then to that G. Now we're going to play the sixth string with your thumb, and we're going to play the second and third strings with your third and second finger, and the fourth string with your first finger. So we got 6, 3, and 2 simultaneously, and then 4, 2 and 3, 4, 2 and 3, 4, 2 and 3, 4, and then that G7, and we're gonna pluck 6 with our thumb, 2 the second string with our second finger, and the first string with our third finger, all simultaneously. So that whole section is like this. Except I screwed up on that last one there, didn't reach up to the right string. So anyhow, I obviously need a little practice on this myself. So that is the entire like intro and verse and everything for Imagine. So let's take a look at the right hand a little bit closer. So on that first riff, like I said before, we're going to do the thumb on 5. And we're going to hit 4 and 3 with our first and second fingers. And then when you go to that third and second string, you can either use your second and third finger, so that way you don't have to change your hand position, or you can move up with your first and second finger. If you haven't had a lot of experience with finger picking, that might be the way to go. Just simply because you're going to have a lot more coordination and dexterity with your first and second finger than you are with trying to include that third finger. But I would recommend that eventually you try to work yourself up to be able to have that part. So. So when we do that little riff, using my second finger on the third string, pluck, hammer, and then following that with the second string open with my third finger. Then it moves on to the next section, starting on the F. Again, so I'm playing second finger on the second string, first finger on the third string, and thumb on the fourth. So as I move around through these chords, I have to like move my thumb to get onto those correct bass notes. So that's one thing, make sure you have the tabs so you can follow along, and you just kind of want to memorize that, that it's the lowest note in the chord is the one that's being played with your thumb. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that and you got something out of it. If you like the video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below if there's anything you'd like to see me or one of the other instructors here at Guitar Control cover in the future. And until next time,